Hello, Taurus. Welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. But I have already hit 1,000 subscribers. Yay! I've been talking about this for a while. I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. That's such a milestone for YouTube content providers. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. I am so grateful and honored, and thank you again. Please don't forget to hit the like button. You can comment, share, anything that you want to do to support my channel energetically. Thank you so much. Okay. Those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One. I read book 1 aloud live on Facebook, and I've uploaded all those videos for you to enjoy here for free here on YouTube. If you've already read book 1 or watched all those videos, book 2 is already published and available for purchase. Okay, so the links to purchase my books from Kindle Direct Publishing are in the description box below. The links to view me reading book 1 aloud are in the description box below. The paperbacks are beautiful, well-made books that are only $15.99 each, plus shipping. If you have Amazon Prime, your shipping will be free. Okay, everybody, so you'll see that I have a new tablescape again. It's going to be St. Patrick's Day this week on Wednesday, and I got such cute little decorations. So I've got shamrocks, I got only green stones out here. Your visual for abundance is this little pot of gold underneath this rainbow that I got with this little fake succulent. It's a little fake succulent plant. I've got my fairy still. I've got my little gnomes here. And I was looking for leprechauns, but I found little green shamrock gnomes. Isn't it cute? I love it so much. And I have a brand new tarot deck that goes along with this week perfectly. The Forest of Enchantment Tarot by Linnea Weatherstone and illustrated by Marilla Allwood. Oh, it's beautiful. It came in this gorgeous box. And it's all about seeing life as going through the dark forest as people used to back in the day. I read the entire book this weekend. Now this, you may notice my nails. Beautiful bright green, happy St. Patrick's Day nail polish. And I found this clear nail polish that has these little, they look like coins. And I was like, oh man, that's what I got to do. That's how, Okay, so I am so excited. This is just all so themey. There's such a theme going on here. And I got another new deck here, Fairy Oracle. Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay, and artwork by Ginger Kelly. This is gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. I'm just so thrilled about my new decks. I have a couple, 2 new decks for next week. And next week, actually the 20th, is the beginning of spring. So let me sorry if that made noise. I had to adjust my earbuds, which are also my microphone. Okay, so as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will and major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the plan that you made for your life so that you would encounter, certain lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration of your soul. And as you go raising the vibration of your soul, and each time you incarnate, you get a higher life path number, which is encoded into your birthday. Uh, once you get to the top, that lifetime, you should be able to reach enlightenment. So this is what we're dealing with here. It's kind of like destiny, but not really, because we have free will. If there was something that was actually really destined or fated to happen, it would show up with the presence of the Wheel of Fortune, and you do not have the wheel in this reading. So this particular deck does not have reversed meanings, and I like to stick with the energy that, or harness the energy rather, that a deck is created with, okay? So I'm going to read most of the cards without a reversal, except for the people cards, which are the people cards in the suits, which are traditionally called the pages, the knights, the kings, and the queens. This deck has their names different. The pages, the child, the knights are the seeker, the queens are the weavers, and the kings are the keepers. Okay, now those have they have shadow meanings in there. So if I get one of those in reverse, then that's going to it's going to mean the shadow side of that card. Okay. So let's just start right here in the heart of everything for you at this time. You have the Keeper of Boons. Now, Boons is Pentacles, which is earth energy, just like you. So this is basically the King of Pentacles, or the King of Coins. See? Oh, this is, oh gosh, look at this artwork. Just so beautiful. Okay, so now, let me just look up this here. Oh, wow. Turned right to him. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay. So this is upside down. The shadow traits for this keeper are overbearing. This person is overbearing. They bulldoze through objections. They take charge unasked. And they judge how you spend your money. Okay. So this is a person, okay, so Pentacles is earth energy, just like you. So, I mean, this could be someone who is earth energy, which is, you or Virgo or Capricorn, or it could just be the energy that this person is in right now. So this is a masculine energy whose earth energy isn't at its highest vibration, okay? This could be you, but this could be someone that you are concerned with as well, okay? Now, the energy that is crossing that keeper is moonlight, and that is the moon. Just got this in Capricorn. It's so interesting. I love this card because I didn't know, when I read about this card, it said that the rabbits, when the moon is full, the rabbits come out and kind of go mad. They kind of go crazy. They zoom around and then they stop and they're really still, and they just kind of act up. And then when the sun rises, they kind of just get back to normal. I had no idea that that was something that people had seen. And if you look at the full moon, the indentions, the pockmarks in the moon actually do have the design of the shape, actually, of a rabbit. So that is a Native American story about the rabbit and the moon. So I connected those two, and I just thought that was really interesting. But these cards are always, the crossing card is always read right side up. So this is all about intuition and things that you don't necessarily see, okay? The moon can talk about deception, but I'm going to go ahead and just look this up. Gosh, they have the coolest names and stuff for this. I just love this deck so much, okay? So this is really about secrecy and mystery, the dream world, intuition, something is hidden from view. this has the advice that this is when it says, when moonlight shines upon your reading, take it as a sign to let intuition rule over logic for a time. Pay attention to your dreams, which may be full of portents. Spend time outside in the dark with no intention other than to be open to the mystery. Okay, so yeah, there's I really just feel very strongly that you need to listen to your intuition, because there's something that you're not seeing, but you can see it with your intuition. You know something is coming. You know something is tricky. In fact, I feel kind of like it's this moonlight, this deception, this the moonlight mad hare energy that may be doing this to this king, to this keeper. Okay? Something tricky, something... Yeah, it's doing, the moon is, he's like the hares that are running around doing weird stuff and then they snap out of it later. So I feel like maybe that's what's up with him. He's kind of enchanted right now and in a different place where he's just not really himself at all, but something is going to snap him out of it eventually. Now, what we have here at the root of everything is, oh gosh, this is so cool. Look at that. The white heart. This is the 0. This is the Fool card. So this is the beginning of the journey through the forest. This is the beginning through the journey to the journey of life as, you know, a conscious being. This is this represents a magical opportunity that you have to trust. Like when you're at the edge of the forest, you see this white heart and you have to trust in the fact that you're seeing it. You have to trust in the magic and follow the heart into the forest. And then once you're in there, you've got to be dedicated enough to surmount the challenges. It starts with the heart, and then it takes you through all the major arcana cards until you get to the end of the forest, okay? And so this is like somebody's new beginning. This is what's at the root of this all of this. Pardon me. This is to enter the forest. Okay, somebody may have just started their spiritual journey, or they're about to. Okay. This is probably you, since this is your reading. Now, this is the energy that is moving out of your life at this time. And this is another major arcana card. So right away, Taurus, you've got these 3 major arcana cards, okay? In fact, you've got another one up here. And you've got 2 more. So you've got 5 already. So half of this is your divine blueprint, and only half of this is in your control, okay? But this is the high priestess, okay? This is someone who knows intuition. She's very good at what she does. She's an elder. She is mature. She understands the forest. She's not afraid of the forest. You know, this is a feminine energy who is very intuitive and doesn't speak very much at times. Someone who is very much past the heart. Even though she is the 2, she is she and the Hierophant, or the oldest one in this deck is what it's called, are the ones that the Emperor and the Empress would go to for advice. So even though she's number 2, she is a very powerful elder. So this feminine energy, who is basically a medicine woman, a high priestess, a very powerful sacred feminine, this energy is moving out of your life at this time. Okay, so the next two cards for me as a reader are future cards. And this one that you have here is the developing energy of starlight. Okay? The star. And this is all about all your dreams coming true. This is about the magic of life. This is about just oh, and if you're in the entertainment industry, you may be becoming a star very soon. Okay, but the star is hope and healing and dreams coming true, and so this is beginning to manifest for you. It's in the reverse right now, but it's going to happen. Okay, there's going to be a lot of happiness and joy. I mean, just look at how these are the elves. They're looking at the stars with wonder and joy, and they are wondrous, beautiful, magical creatures all on their own. Okay, so something wonderful is coming into your life, and I think it's this right here. Okay, so here I think this is going to happen. This will happen first, but just let me go ahead and read this one. Okay, so this one is also in reverse. You can see that this is starting to manifest. The energy is there. It's not fully come into being yet here. And this is the Six of Spells, which would be the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is a victory card. And you can see here that there is a sense of victory going on here. What this is this this magician found an abandoned wyvern egg in the forest, and with a beautiful heart, picked it up and brought it in to his house to hatch it. And he had to work long and hard to get it to hatch. She had to be the mama. He had to check on it day and night. He had all these things. It takes a whole lot to hatch a baby wyvern, which is, it's not a dragon because it's only got 2 legs. But now all these people around him, what he's done is that he knew it was about to hatch. So he invited his colleagues, his peers. He's a magician, and these are all magicians and wise women that he invited over to celebrate this birth, this beautiful, magical triumph, this victory, and he's able to share it with them all. No, but they're not jealous of him. They're not trying to take his energy down in any way. They're there celebrating with him. They're there congratulating him. This is traditionally the Six of Wands is when the warrior comes home and is celebrated, by everybody. They're like, wow, you did a great job. But this is what I like about this card very much. And I was thinking about it before I went to bed, that what kind of world would we have if everybody was like this, that always celebrated with us, genuinely was happy for us when we triumphed in life somehow, instead of being, acting happy and then being jealous and then trying to, how people do things when they're jealous of someone's success. But that does not happen in this card. This is such a beautiful card. And so there is a wyvern that you are hatching, and when it hatches, people are going to come from near and far to celebrate with you, with the true joy for you that is owed, or not owed, but due you. You did a great job. It's very hard to hatch a wyvern, so good job. And this is what's going to happen. And then what that will be was, it will be your wish fulfillment. This will be your dreams coming true. This will be, then in a way you will be a star, even if it's just, with your colleagues. This is something that you've dreamed about for a long time, an accomplishment that you finally got, and you're able to share it with people who are truly happy for you. So this is really Awesome energy, Taurus. Okay, so this is your hope card, and this was also, I believe, in the last two readings. I do Earth readings on Monday nights, and this Seeker of Visions, which is basically the Knight of Cups, okay? He has been in, oh, somebody just sneezed. I wonder if you heard that. So he's not he's one of the people cards that has a reverse meaning. Okay, so the story behind this guy is that he's Prince Charming, and he was in the magical enchanted forest one day, and he saw this absolutely beautiful woman at a pond, and she disappeared. And now what he does is he spends like every day down at this pond watching for her, and hoping that if he plays beautiful enough harp music, she'll come back. And I guess that's when he can offer her his cup of love. But the reversed meaning of the Seeker of Visions is this is a seducer, doesn't commit in relationships, unrealistic understanding of love, prone to flights of quixotic fantasy. What the heck? Do you guys know what that word is? Quixotic. I am totally going to be looking that up tonight. Anyway, what this means is not grounded in reality, okay? So I think you're hoping that something impossible is about to happen that you really, really, really want to happen, but it's unrealistic, okay? There's something unrealistic about this hope, okay? So this is the message for your hope card. Alrighty, so the next card that we have here was also in the last reading. Oh no. Hang on, let me get that. I forgot my thing. Okay, so this is the Three of Swords, the Three of Challenges. You can see right here that this is the fairy tale story, because this deck is so awesome. It does have elements of fairy tales from these enchanted forests of England and over there in Europe. This is the story where this single widower, he and his children are starving to death, and so what he decides to do is to take them out into the forest, to leave them there so that they either find food and continue to live, or die quicker than a long, slow death by starvation. Okay, so this is your state of being right now, and this is in reverse. So this hasn't happened yet. So I feel like this is a warning. There is the message with this card is that even when things look really bad, there's always hope. And you've got that right here. You've got the star. There's always hope. Sorry, I had to pause that because I had to find out something, why people were making certain noises. Okay, so there is always hope. And what he's done is he's given up. He's broken his own heart. He can continue. There's other choices that he could make other than leaving his children in the forest. This has the element of people, when they give up and they don't try to look for a different solution, they end up breaking their own heart. And so this is upside down. So I feel like this is saying, Taurus, there's something that you're thinking about doing, something that you're about to give up on, and then make a decision that's going to break your own heart. Don't let this manifest fully, okay? Okay, so this is your fear card, and this is the Forge, okay? Now, in the traditional tarot, this is temperance. This is having to use moderation This is when the dwarves who live in this cave here, what they do is they take the earth and then they feed the fire with the air, and then that hot fire melts the earth. And then what they do is they shape this melted earth, the metal, and they bless it by cooling it off in the waters. And so they're using alchemy. The earth is the sword, the air feeding the fire, that's air and fire, and then there's water. So they're using alchemy to make these magical weapons, okay? These are alchemical swords of truth and justice and things like that, okay? So this is your fear card. So I feel like this is, you're supposed to feel this fear. This is a fear of moderation. This is a fear of knowing when it's too much or too little of something, walking a fine line, balancing your masculine and feminine energies. This is alchemy, the grand alchemy of life, but it's all about patience. It's all about knowing when to moderate, okay? So, but I feel mostly as a fear card, this is probably the fear of maybe having to work on yourself. This is the alchemy of life. This is not easy to balance your masculine and feminine. It's not easy to make magical weapons, okay? Magical pieces. It takes precision, it takes patience. And so that's another thing that you may be fearing, is the patience that it takes to work on yourself, to change yourself from a piece of earth into a magical alchemical sword. And I barely remember saying all of that stuff right now, so that was some pretty hard channeling. I'm going to have to take a drink of water after that. Hang on here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we remember what was at the root of everything here is the Fool, the beginning of the journey, right? You, with this temperance here and the fear of like working on yourself, you may know that you are at the edge of the forest. You may know that the white hart is calling for you, okay? But you can't exactly see. You know, you're going to have to trust your intuition if you're going to follow this heart, if you're going to follow your heart. Oh, and this high priestess, the wise woman, isn't going to help you do that for you. She's on her way out of your life at this time. This is all up to you to learn your intuition, to make your own dreams come true, to become this piece of alchemic work, okay? Or alchemical work. Now here is the outcome, the potential outcome. Yes, that is the white hart again. And you know what this is? This is the end of the major arcana. This is the 0, the beginning, the first card of the major arcana, and this is the last. This is when you've already made it through the forest. When you've gone through all of them, the white hart, then the number 1 is the magician, then the number 2 is the high priestess, and so forth. And you'll see here the star is 17. And you know what I mean? So this one is 21. There's 21 major arcana cards, and this is the end of it. This is when you've already gotten through the forest. This is when you have gone through your first forest, like your first trip. You began your spiritual life, and now you're done with that first cycle. This is the end of a cycle, the world. This is the world. in other decks. This is the wide world where you're done getting through the forest. You've gone through all the challenges that the major arcanas have put before you, and now you're ready. You can see everything clearly. Okay? You can see far out into the distance. You even have like a little Stonehenge thing right here where you can go to meditate and meditate on your experiences as you went through the forest. But this is telling you that you are going to be able to graduate. You are going to start your journey into the forest, or your journey of self-discovery, of spirituality, and the energies and alchemical magic of life. You will make it through. This is what it's telling you. You will make it through. There will be an end to this first cycle of getting through the forest, getting through these challenges of life. Okay? Now, that is freaking awesome. I mean, when I first looked at the deck and I was like, oh wow, I love how they just closed that, where it begins with being invited into the forest by this very special white heart. You don't see white deer very often, okay? And then at the end, when you've made it through, so you go in through this little tiny portal, and it's dark and it's dense and it's scary, and now you've made it through, and the white heart is, I just feel like he's very proud of you. So this is the energy that is at the root. Not at the root, that was the heart. This is the underlying energy of it all, of this whole reading. And this is the Two of Challenges, which would be the Two of Swords, okay? And this is, so this guy is going through the forest, okay? And it is very dense all around him. And he doesn't want to go back. And the only way forward is to look at himself in this magical mirror that is not, it's like suspended in mid-air, okay? Hang on, let me get the, I just read about this just last night, but I don't want to tell you anything wrong here. Two of Challenges. Yeah, he's it's to see himself exactly as he is. Let me just hold it up for you as I check it out here in the book. There's no mystical vision or otherworldly entity, just his own startled, wide-eyed self. And this says, you may have gotten into a situation from which there is no obvious positive movement forward. This card signifies a pause for clarification, not about the situation, but about your place in it. You can't go any farther on this path until you take a long look at yourself. Stop being in denial about your own faults and failings. Stop distracting yourself to avoid facing the truth. You will make better progress when you are clearer about your true intentions. Okay, so this is saying this is a stalemate, the inability to compromise, a pause for contemplation. Okay, this is to be truthful, see yourself truthfully. See, this is so much different than the Two of Swords, where you are at a crossroads, basically. This is not a crossroads. This is the only way to get through, is to see yourself truthfully, to stop trying to fool yourself about who you are, because once you see who you are truthfully, it's the only way to move forward. The only way. You have to see yourself completely truthfully. Wow, this is a pretty deep reading here, Taurus. Okay, so now what we're going to do is see if there's any more I'm just going to get this out of here. See if there's any more messages that we can get from our fairies. They have been talking to me so much. And apparently the gnomes like me because I was able to find gnomes. I was looking for leprechauns. Oops. I kind of have a leprechaun right here. I like his little stockings. They're very witchy. Oh, I'm not the best shuffler, guys. Bear with me. Look at the back of these cards for the fairies. The keys. There's keys. Yeah. Oh gosh, so beautiful. Can hardly wait. All right. Fairies, what else would you like to tell Taurus? Is there anything else you would like to tell Taurus? Because I don't feel like there's anything that I need to clarify with my little bitty deck that I have. Fairies, is there anything? Okay, thank you so much. May we have at least 2 more. Sweet, cute little fairies. A beautiful deck. What else would you like Taurus to know? Oh, okay. Is there anything else? Oh, alrighty. Thank you so much. Thank you. Alrighty. Put them in order. Oh, we got another one. Holy moly. Alrighty. Let me just get close. All right. Temptation. Oh, yes. This came out earlier. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Okay? Moderation. Yeah, that is the forge. Okay. So maybe you have, perhaps, I don't have the liar in here, which is the devil, which can represent substance abuse, and I don't have the 7 of Cups, which can also represent that too. But if you're fearing moderation, which is what this is, the forge is temptation, which is moderation, okay? And we just got this whole thing, temptation, about there's something, an unhealthy habit, okay? So there may be some of you who are dealing with drug or alcohol abuse or some other habit that is not good for you, and you know it, okay? And that is why you fear moderating that, okay? So moderation, what a beautiful card, oh my God. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Okay, so now I'm thinking maybe there's a food addiction going on here, okay? So maybe 1 or 2 of you or more are eating the wrong things, okay? So you can be addicted to all kinds of stuff. You can have a really bad habit, like maybe you have to have McDonald's every other day or something. That's just not good for you, okay? So be careful about that kind of stuff. Wait for winter. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that card. Why am I whispering? I don't know. It's just beautiful. During the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. Oh my God. Yep. See, that's what these are talking about. These are your most heartfelt wishes. The star brings your most heartfelt wishes and for the good of all. That is the message in this card. Everybody is happy for him because a blessed little wyvern is good for the entire world. Okay, they understand what a blessing it is to be able to hatch this little wyvern. And there's a little puff of happiness that's coming out of his mouth. That's part of the description of this card. Okay, so there's something that your deepest wishes are about to come true if you just believe and make sure that all your wishes are for the greatest good. Magical blessings. Wow, this is beautiful. This reminds me a lot of the 3 of Cups. What does it say though? Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. That is going along with this too. No matter what you're going through, it took a lot for him to hatch the wyvern, okay? But he was assisted. because he's a magician. The fairies probably assisted him. His intuition assisted him. You know what I mean? And so by hatching this wyvern, he's blessing others. He's blessing the entire world. And you know, it's all about thinking about others and bringing in blessings that are not just for you, but for everyone. Oh my, hope. Oh, look at that. I love this. These are wings. What a beautiful headpiece. And speaking of peace, there's the dove of peace and a rainbow. Hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Okay, so, you know, I'm just seeing this again, okay? And this. Now, optimistic expectations. They're very optimistic, and it can change a negative situation into a happy one. Okay? Don't let this manifest. Get it out of there, and you can have something happier. Don't be unrealistic. This is unrealistic expectations. And so that's why you're being given this message, to just be blatantly truthful with yourself. Because I have a saying, there is no reason to deal with anything other than the truth. Dealing with anything other than the truth is a waste of time. So be honest, deal with yourself, be realistic, don't let this bad stuff happen. You're going to get through all of this beautifully. And, you know, like I said, you've got 5 major arcana here. You've got the moon and the star and the world and temperance and the white heart. Oh my God, this is more than 5. This is 6. 6 major arcanas, Taurus. That's a little... So what this means is, not only is this a ginormous part of your divine blueprint, which I can see through the lesson here why, okay? But there's going to be a lot out of your control. 6 cards out of 10 cards means that a little bit more than half of this is completely out of your control. It is in the control of the universe. It is in control of your divine blueprint. Your higher self is what is in control of these happenings, okay? So these are all meant to teach you. They're extremely important, but sometimes when you get a lot of major arcana cards, it's a little alarming because so much does go out of your control, okay? So this is for at least 1 week's time from the time that you watch this video. These videos are timeless. Anytime that you're attracted to it, it doesn't have to be St. Patrick's Day. So if you see this in some other time and it's resonating with you, that's when it's for you. But these energies of being almost completely out of control will only last about a week, okay? So good luck on your beautiful new trip through the enchanted forest of life. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I sure did. See you next time.